Hello everyone, my name is Khasiyat Deriva and my explanation or my topic will start from the storytelling and like this. Hello everyone, my name is Khasiyat Deriva and I'm a fourth year student of the SDU and hello, I'm very grateful or thankful that you are in my class, my online math class. So today's presentation starts from the storytelling because I love storytellings, and so let's start. Then, you will find all, or you will understand the topic's name, help with the storytelling. So let's start. Once upon a time, in a quiet suburban neighborhood, there lived a young boy named Yirdos. He was a bright and inquisitive lad, but he carried a heavy burden, the fear of math, especially the enigmatic concept of function. So he said, I'm very afraid of math. I wonder that I can never understand what function is. Today, I will tell my math teacher about my fear. And one sunny morning, Yirdos decided that he couldn't let this fear control his life any longer. With a romantic look on his face, he left the comfort of his home and ventured onto the bustling street of his town. Then Yirdos continued his journey and soon arrived at his school. With trepidation in his heart, he sought out his teacher and he said, Hello, Khasiyat teacher. I'm very afraid of math. I wonder that I can never understand what function is. And Miss Khasiyat, a compassionate and dedicated teacher, looked at Yirdos with a warm smile and said, Hello, Yirdos. Don't worry. I will help you. Please pay attention and listen to me carefully. And Yirdos said, Yes, okay, I will. Then Khasiyat teacher said, Let's have some fun, with smiled and warm face. Then, as you understand or as you guess, our topic's name is function. So let's start. So our content plan. So it means that today I will talk about definition of a function, and I will give you real life examples to understand what function is better. What function is. So next I will talk about coordinates. Then I will explain how to construct function table in order to draw a graph. Then I will talk about domain and range, and I will talk about how to find them. Then we will have some practice for the coordinates and domain and range. So definition of a function. Definition of a function: if at any given value of x there exists only one value of y. You say that y is a function, f of x. You write y equals to f of x. In other words, the connection that meets the requirement of only one value of y to a given value of x is a function. Here is a figure of how you can imagine functions. For example, we have function machine as you see here. Then we have x as the input. If you through x to the function machine, we will have what? Y equals to f of x as the output. So our real life examples. For example, you have a drink machine of drinks. It doesn't matter, okay? You understand what is machine of drinks. Help with this picture, okay? Our input is dollar or money that we have, or tenge it can be. So our input it will dollar. We will through it, or we will put it into the machine. Then we will have what? Drinks like soda or Coca-Cola and or Fanta. It doesn't matter, okay? It's drinks. So our input is money. Our function is machine. Then our output is what? Drinks or sodas. Then we will have weight. Yes, okay. All of us have some weight measured in kilograms. Okay, when you take your weight visually by standing on a scale, your body weight will serve as the input, while the measurement visually in kilogram is your output. So our scale or our weight scale is our function, but our body is input, and the measurement in kilogram is our output. So thermometers, for example, we have thermometers, okay? For example, it doesn't matter if it's in Celsius measurement or if it's Fahrenheit measurement. When you're taking body temperature, the temperature of the body will act as the input, while the measurement that comes out either in degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit Celsius, Fahrenheit scales, is the function output. So, for example, in thermometers thermometers work for the weather, okay? For the weather, both for the weather and for our body temperature. So in this case, our body temperature is the input. For example, our body temperature or body is the output, but our output is that function. How to say, shows us is output is what? Celsius, degree Celsius or Fahrenheit scales. So next example, the mathematical economics. For example, it depends on your it's about your monthly salary or person's weekly salary. Okay, the hourly pay rate and the number of hours worked determine a person's weekly or monthly salary. For example, if your hourly pay rate is 1,000 tenge and number of hours you've worked within a week is, how to say, 20 hours. Your weekly salary will be what? Is 20,000 tenge. So it's about the mathematical economics. Then next about the taxes. Yes, okay. When you're calculating your income tax, you will observe that you made use of a mathematical function while your salary serves as your input and your tax result is the output. So you will observe that the higher your income, the higher your income tax. For example, your input is your salary, your tax result is your output, but your function is some percentage. It can be some percentage of the salary, or it can be some formula of the taxes. For example, you can if you say that your tax is 1% of your salary. For example, if your salary is the 100 tenge, your tax result is one tenge. Okay, it's just example. So, what's a coordinate system? We will talk about the coordinate system. The coordinate system that is a grid that is formed by two number lines crossing each other at the point where the number 0 appears on both lines. This intersection is called origin. The coordinate system looks like this. So we have what? Two lines that intersect each other. The intersection between them is called the origin. So we have two lines. Yes, okay. This line is x-axis. This line is y-axis. The horizontal line is y-axis. The vertical line is sorry. The horizontal line is x-axis. The vertical line is y-axis. So intersection between them called the origin. Origin's coordinate of origin is 0 and 0. So I have to say that if you say coordinates, or if you tell the coordinates of the point, you have to tell firstly the x value, then y value, because our in function x value is independent, but y value is dependent. Okay, independent first, dependent next, second. Okay, so for example, if you say, I have some examples, read the coordinates. Okay, firstly I will read the coordinates for maybe 4 or 5 coordinates, then you will read the next ones. For example, at first a coordinates of a 1 and 1. 1 is from the x-axis because it's independent. 1 from the y-axis because it's dependent. B, coordinates of B is 3 and 1. Coordinates of C, it's 2 and 3. Okay, is it correct? Yes, because we have to say at first 2, then 3, because 2 from the independent value, it from the x-axis, 3 from the dependent value. D, coordinates of D is 4 and 3. E, 1 and 5. Then please guess coordinates of L. I will give you maybe 10 seconds. So I will start count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you guess it right. So its coordinates what? Coordinates of L is 6 and 0. right? You are great. The coordinates of I is 7 and 4. The coordinates of H is 5 and 7. The coordinates of G is 7 and 7. The coordinates of G is what? 8 and 7. The coordinates of F is 3 and 10. That's all. I hope that you understand it very easily, so very clearly. So what are function tables? The function tables, as I said before, is very helpful for drawing a graph, because we will just firstly we need to have x values minus 5, and for example our first x value is minus 5, then we need to substitute it with x. For example, at first we do substitution, then we find the result as the y values, then we have to just write it as the coordinates x and y. Okay, you see here, at first x, at second is y. So our first x value is minus 5, then we do substitution. 2 times minus 5 is minus 10, plus 3 is minus 7. Our coordinates minus 5 and minus 7. The second x value is minus 3, then we do substitution. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3. Then we will have a second. If we've already have just coordinates of the second point is minus 3 and minus 3. Then I want to say that if you choose any number for the x value, please don't forget choose 0 as the x value, because we have to find y-intercept. So our x value is 0. Then 2 times 0 plus 3 is what? 3. So our next coordinate is 3 and 0 and 3. So our next coordinate, next x value is 1. Then we substitute it with the x. Then 2 times 1 plus 3 is 5. Our coordinate is 1 and 5. The next coordinate and the next value is 2. Then we need to substitute 2 with x. Then 2 times 2 plus 3 is 7. Our coordinate is what? 2 and 7. The last value is the 4. Then we need to do substitution from the with function. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Then our last coordinate is 4 and 11. So let's draw a graph. For example, we have what? The points, or all coordinates of the points. Okay, for example, we need to mark the points. For example, first point is minus 5 and minus 7. Here minus 5 is here from the x-axis, minus 7 from the y-axis. Okay, then minus 3 and minus 3. Minus 3 from the x-axis, minus 3 from the y-axis. So our point is here. Then minus 0 and 3. Minus 0 from the x-axis, 0 from the x-axis, 3 from the y-axis. Our y-intercept is here. As I mentioned before, we have to have x value, at least one value as a 0. So one value as a 0. So in order to find the y-intercept, the next value is 1. So 1 and 5 is here. 2 and 7 is here. 4 and 11 is here. Then we've already marked the points, so then we need to attach them together. Okay, our graph looks like this. So let's have some practice. So draw a graph of the function. Let's choose any value or any number as the x. So I want to choose minus 2, 0 and 2. Why? Because I want to say that please choose any negative number. So you need to start from the any negative number. Then we need to choose 0. Then any positive number. Okay, don't forget this algorithm. So firstly, start from the negative number, then 0, then end from the end. We have to choose positive number. So I choose at first number as a 2. So the rest we need to do what? Minus 2. Yes, okay. Our first value as a x value is minus 2. Then we need to substitution with x. So our value is 2 times minus 2 is minus 4, plus 1 is minus 3. Our y is minus 3, our x is minus 2. Then we have to mark point. So our next value is 0. So if you substitute 0 with x, it will be what? 2 times 0 plus 1 is 1. Then our point is here. The next one is 2. Then we need to do substitution. 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5. So we've already had some market points. So we need to what? We need to do what? We need to attach all the points, okay? So we have like this straight line. Then if you look at the GeoGebra, it will GeoGebra is a site that calculator site. It can give you an opportunity to see the graph of the function. So if you can you can see here, for example, our first point was minus 2 and minus 2 and 3, minus 3. Our first market point is was here. Next point is 0 and 1 was here. 2 and 5 is here. So our graph was true. Okay. So you can see here, like if I zoom out, it will continue infinitely. Next, I want to talk about domain and range. The set of all x values that fit in a function f is called the domain of f and it's written as df. So it means that all values from the x-axis that can be acceptable for the function is called, and the set of all these values called the domain. Okay, and the domain sign is written as d of f. To remember very easily, it's the D is the first letter from the domain, first letter of domain, so that's why it is written as df. The next, the set of all y values determined by df is called the range of f and written as array. So I explain it what is the domain. Then the results of the of the function, like the results of the all numbers from the set of the domain, is called range. Okay, range means that all of the things that can be a result of the function, it's the range, and the sign of range is rf. R is the first letter of range, so that's why it's rf. So here we have to find domain and range of the function. So let's look at the previous slide, previous page, and if you look at here, okay, it's the whole graph, and as I show from the GeoGebra, it continue infinitely. So that's why our domain and range also continue infinitely. Our domain and range are from the minus infinity to the plus infinity. It means that all real numbers. Let's look at it in the GeoGebra site. So here we have graph of this function. Yes, y equals to 2x plus 1. So let's look at it. Let's zoom in. So our point was here, minus 2 and minus 3, 0 and 1. And 2 and 5. Okay, then in order to find domain and range, as I said before, the domain and range are all real numbers. Yes, it means that it starts from the minus infinity, ends to the plus infinity. So in GeoGebra site, if you zoom out the graph, it will continue infinitely. Okay. Let's start from the domain. It will continue even if it's minus 10,000, and it will continue if it's 20,000. Okay, then range respectively, it will continue if it's 25,000. It will continue even if it is minus 25,000. Okay, so I think that it is clear. So let's play So let's play game Masnook. We will play 4 quadrants because we've already known all of the negative and positive numbers. I will choose relax mode on the first level. So we need to find 3-sided figure help with the coordinates. Our first coordinate is -2 and 5. -2 is here, then we need to go up for the 5 units is here. Yes, it's right. Then -7 and -5. -7 from the x-axis is here, -5 is here. Oh, it's right. Then 3 and -5. 3 is here, -5 is here. So we've solved the puzzle as the 3-sided figure. It is what? Triangle. Next, level second or level 2. Its first coordinates are -6 and 1. -6 is here, but we need to go up for the 1 unit. So 1 from the x-axis is here, 8 from the y-axis is here, so then it's here. 8 and 1, 8 is here and 1 is here. 1 minus 6, 1 is here. Yes, 1 is here, minus 6 is here. So we've solved the puzzle as a rhombus. So, level 3rd or level 3 is more harder than the second one, yes? Okay, because there are a lot of coordinates. So it will be interesting, I think. 7 and 3, 7 is here, 7 is here. No, sorry, 3 is here, 7 is here. 5 and 7, 5 is here, then 7 is here. Oh, sorry, 7 is here. It's my mistake. 5 and 3, 5 is here, 3 is here. So, please, one of you, tell me where the coordinates 9 and 3. I will give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, please tell me. Yes, 9 from the x-axis, 3 from the y-axis. Oh, you are right, you are smart. Next, 9 and 1. Then, one of you, please tell me where the coordinates of 5 and 1. So I will give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, where it is? Yeah, it's here. You are right. Very great. 5 and -3. 5 is here, -3 is here. 3 and -3 is here. 3 and 1 is here. Then -1 and 1 is here. Then -1 and 3 is here. Can you guess what figure will be here? So it is 3 and 3. It is, yeah, plus sign. We've solved the puzzle as a plus sign. So thank you. So I hope that you've understood all of the coordinates and how to find them. So let's have some practice for the main and range. So for in the first picture we have what? Straight line. As I said before, straight lines will continue infinitely, so that's why our domain and range will be what? From the -infinity to the +infinity, or we can say that all real numbers. So next one is parabola. Parabola will continue infinitely from the -infinity to the +infinity. It relates to the only to the domain. Okay, why? Because it will like this one and this one. So our domain is all real numbers. It starts from the -infinity to the +infinity. But our range will be what? It will continue for the only for the -infinity. So that's why. But it will stop at what? 0. At 0. So that's why our range from the -infinity to the 0. Okay. We have hyperbola. I just let me give a hint. So the downward will be the downside, or the downside will be what? Will continually approach to the 2 here. Okay, but the upside will be, the left side will be continually will approach continually or infinitely to the -2. So it means what? Our domain starts from the -2 to the +2, ends at the +2. So but our range will be what? As I said before, it will continue infinitely So to the minus infinity to the plus infinity. So it means that our range all real numbers. So next about it looks like as a graph of the trigonometric function, like so it looks like the graph of the cosine. So here it will start what from the minus infinity to the plus infinity. So then our domain will be what from the minus infinity to the plus infinity, but our range what? So if you can see here, the downside of the graph is stops at minus 1, and the upside or the vertex of the function will be what? Stops at 1. So that's why our range is from the minus 1 to the plus 1. So I think that it is clear for everyone. So thanks for your attention. If you have any question, please ask and don't be shy. Goodbye. See you guys.